Was it their effort that you weren't excited about, or just the performance?
No, I think it's more the performance. We made a lot of mistakes that LMU took advantage of today. I mean, we made a ton of mistakes, whether it's pitching-wise, leaving balls up, fielding baseballs, allowing them extra outs in an inning, and they did a great job of taking advantage of it. And that's, effort-wise, we didn't do a good job of making some adjustments against their left-hander. He's a soft tosser. We're trying to pull the ball, and we made a lot of outs. And then all of a sudden, they took advantage. They put some runs up, and we couldn't recover from it. And they did a great job tonight by taking advantage of our physical and mental mistakes.
And how tough is it to have a game like this where you just kind of get dominated 7-1, not really in the game after the first 5 or 6 innings, when you have such a big series coming up with New Mexico this weekend in conference?
I don't think it affects the conference series. I think as midweeks are kind of unique to themselves, and we've played really well during midweeks the entire season. It's only second loss on a midweek in the entire season, so we've played well. But it's more, really to kind of get some guys, their work and pitching-wise, same thing, get some work. But you always want to win these games, absolutely. But they're kind of unique in themselves, and we don't want to lose, absolutely not. We don't want to lose, come up here and lose and perform the way we did today. But we'll be prepared for New Mexico, going in this weekend. Big series for us.
And what are your thoughts on the series coming up? I mean, them and UNLV are at the top of the conference, and you guys are right behind them coming up. And huge series, not only in conference race, but also RPI-wise for you guys.
Well, it's huge for postseason, whether it's the conference tournament and moving beyond that. I think we're all kind of positioning ourselves to win the conference, so we're playing the two people that are ahead of us, so we can kind of position ourselves for the conference tournament and kind of put us in a good spot for seeding, and then hopefully it'll improve our RPI a little bit, and then have consideration for postseason after that. So we still want to go in and win the tournament though too. Get that automatic.
And you guys have been a little bit up and down recently, lost a couple games that I feel like you probably think you should have won against San Jose State and a couple others. But what do you got to do to get the guys being consistent, get on that consistent basis offensively and pitching at the same time?
I think offensively has been more of the issue than the pitching side of it, and more of it's been the scouting reports are out. We're having to make adjustments, and we're taking a little time of making adjustments on how they're attacking us, and we're starting to do a little bit better. We saw some light at the end of the tunnel on Sunday. Tonight we did a poor job. The guy threw a very good game against us, kept us off balance all night, and we were a little hurried up with the barrel, and we rolled over a bunch, and we made a couple hard outs, and then we couldn't sustain anything. The other piece of that with the offense is that we're going to have to create offense. We're going to have to find ways, to move runners rather than our style has been pretty much all year. We have some pretty good guys in the middle lineup with France and Hanel and Muno until he got hurt, to kind of let those guys drive in runs and play for bigger innings. And we're going to have to kind of change our style. We're kind of getting used to that. The trick is we can't steal first base, so we need to find a way to get some guys on base to create some offense.
And you talked about Muno. Is there anything you can do to get him going? I mean, he's such a key part of your lineup before his injury and last season. Is there anything you can do to kind of get him, back into the groove possibly?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the biggest problem there is that he started out, he's playing pretty good the first part of the season, then he gets a concussion. He was out for almost 4 weeks, and then what happens is you're out that long, also with the head injury, you can't really do much, so he wasn't able to practice, and so he's still kind of kick-starting his season again. We're trying to get him going, and that's kind of why we're hitting him a little lower in the lineup, getting some at-bats. I think that's the critical piece is continue to pile up at-bats so he can get his timing back. And he's a good hitter. That's what he's done his first 2 years at San Diego State. So hopefully we can get him back and rolling here for the stretch run.